new topic right now, and here's the question for the ages. I have my opinion on this, but this is something that I want everybody to really take a second and think about. Okay, should they even try to make any more anime adaptations for the big screen?
They can.
Live action. What,
That's all they
you
can.
think they should?
Yeah.
What do you think?
No. Only one movie.
What movie?
And the anime has to be based off some real life stuff. Like Dragon Ball Z, you can't turn Super Saiyan.
Right.
But the movie Akira, there's biking gangs.
Right.
They're not flying.
Right.
There's crazy special effects. So if they make Akira live action with good actors and good special effects, detail to a T, looking crazy, I'll go see that.
Now, okay, as like looking back to Dragon Ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man of Steel, you had the crazy effects, right? You had the flying. That's not too different from what DB. That's all I want to see. I want to see the standard punchy punch. They go flying. They teleport. Kamehameha.
Well,
But it's more than that.
we had Dragon Ball Evolution, and obviously the execution is not so easy. I personally don't feel like anime is a medium that lends itself properly to the big screen.
It takes too long to develop.
And past the point of
On the
that,
screen.
I feel like what happens is these fantastic concepts that make anime so distinct separates it from any other adaptation, like medium for adaptation. I feel like, let's take one that's really popular, right? Where there's actually no story. You can develop your own story. Pokemon, right? Pokemon has no story. Like, you might be thinking you're following Ash Ketchum, and Ash Ketchum's been 10 years old for
Forever.
35 years. That's not a story. That's a problem. So let's say in the Pokemon world, you take that concept and you kind of adapt the story surrounding
You can
that.
do Pokemon.
You cannot do a Pokemon live action.
Look at
Just for a second,
Live action?
take any
I'd be hot.
Pokemon. Take your favorite Pokemon and imagine them in live action.
I can do that.
It'll look hot. It'll look hot.
That'll look gross.
You see,
It'll be so gross.
It'll probably be, yes, that's why it'll be hot. It'll be gross.
Right. Look at
Who is that for?
I'm just saying though, it's like, yo, you look at Charmander, he looks all cute, but you see him for real, it's like, yo, it's a lizard. Got fire. Yo.
But okay, imagine live action Pikachu, right? Live action Pikachu.
Yeah.
What does live action Pikachu look like? Now
It's
remember,
a rat. That's
It's
yellow.
a rat that's yellow with electrical powers. You want to see that
Yo,
movie?
that's scary, son.
So Pokemon the horror movie.
Baby.
All right.
I'm with that. No, but let's look at the original manga.
I'm with the fan
Because the original manga,
of the horror
it was
movie that
serious.
Yeah,
Pokemon died.
they
They
died.
bit each other. They bled.
Yeah,
They was like, we gotta
died.
clean this up for the West.
There's some realistic adult content in that kind of way of looking at the story, but still, a live action adaptation of this property would give everybody nightmares. Imagine
All right.
Jigglypuff. What
It'll
is
make
Jigglypuff?
it'll make $1 billion.
What is a live action
a pink,
Jigglypuff?
like testicle with eyes.
You want to see that movie?
I mean,
You
but
just
that's-
said it.
Hold on, but I mean, we don't have to. That's like the least.
I think the only interesting looking Pokemon would be like the more larger than life, maybe an Onix. So maybe I'm just referencing the 151.
That's what I'm saying. You can make
Alright,
the cute cuddly
like-
ones cute and cuddly, but the ones that look serious, like an Onyx or whatever,
Yo, wouldn't that
you
shit
make them
scare the shit out of
Yeah.
you, man?
And
it'll make you look at Pokemon different again. You'll be like, yo, that's just crazy.
So you guys mean to tell me if Hollywood said tomorrow we're gonna
I
fund
would
a live action Pokemon
Yo,
movie,
I would
and then
be
you get to see some cutaway scenes, and then and then Jigglypuff looks like something out of like the Joker's nightmare. Like that's what it looks like, and
Mewtwo?
you're like, yo, this is cool.
Mewtwo,
Right.
son? Mewtwo?
Now, okay,
Come on, son.
here's the
Giovanni?
thing.
The
Here's
Mafia?
Yo,
Illuminati?
Yo,
But look,
Come
but
on,
check
son.
it out. You see, all right, for Dragon Ball Evolution, for example, which is one of my, I mean, it's the bane of my existence.
to high
was such a
school.
terrible movie. He went to high school. So you're telling me the
Got a
only
car.
way, and this is the philosophy that they use to model them making that movie, is to take the concept of an anime and then adapt it as closely to real life. Because obviously Goku would have to go to school.
Yeah,
she
of
would
course.
be a classmate. She wouldn't just
Of course.
kidnap him and force him to marry her. There's not enough. The way that culturally these stories work, they only work as a medium of anime, as a series or a movie, but is animated, not live action.
Don't you love how the World Martial Arts Tournament was just like some place in the mountains they just get like there's this
Yeah.
place and let's punch each other in the face.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and,
you know.
and then there's like no rules because these cats are like throwing energy blasts at each other. It's not just martial arts. You'd have to remove the energy blast.
I love how nobody questions that. They're like,
Yeah,
whoa,
you'd
whoa,
have
what,
to
what
remove-
was that?
You'd have to remove the
but that's what I'm saying though. That's why I think Akira will be good
I
adapted
agree.
by the West,
Right.
Because they're not gonna botch it, right? But whoever makes an anime movie gotta love the books. They gotta
Yeah.
really be into it, and
Yeah.
you can't change it. You have to do it the way
You know,
it is.
So what would be your pick then? Because you gave me a care. So what would be your pick for one that could actually be done?
Berserk,
Well? Don't give me
Berserk.
That would be okay.
Oh, One
Monster,
Punch Man,
like, dude, like, look at the horror movies of today.
It's a hentai.
CGI is crazy nowadays. Just imagine whole bunch of monsters. This dude with huge ass sword claving through these CGI monsters. CGI fake blood everywhere. That's my wet dream.
Have Mel Gibson play him. Mel Gibson as Berserk.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Honestly, if I'm taking myself away from my original opinion of that, because I still don't believe that this medium necessarily lends itself too well, especially at large. The one anime that I would like to see adapted into a live action movie would be Cowboy Bebop. I think that if that's done well, because we already have enough space exploration CGI to feel like the Grand Canyon, but to have like some really well done, like interesting characters. I don't know, directed by Quentin Tarantino. Who knows? Like something really done well.
On top of that, there's never been a character in those space exploration movies like Spike.
Not like Spike. Not like the whole crew.
Yeah.
And I feel like, obviously you can take some liberties with their character design because no one has that hair. That's not a thing. You're not gonna have that hair and you're gonna be that good at martial arts.
They do in Japan. They do got it in Japan.
They're not gonna.
Japan people work out for clout. They got a haircut.
Yeah, but they got the pink and the blue hair in Japan too. Like that's why their characters can match that. But I feel like if you're bringing it over to the West for like because here's the thing too, a lot of these shows they do have live action releases in Japan, but it's based, or Attack on Titan had a live action and Death Note, but it was very similar to the anime because it's in Japan. Cultural references are fine. The way that they do it, you've seen some of their television shows. It's like I don't know what's a commercial and what's a show. It's crazy the way it's filmed. But that said, it works for that kind of culture, for that kind of demographic. If you bring it to the West, if you bring it to America, to our market, you would have to take some liberties with the character design. Obviously, you're not going to have a whole bunch of minority leads, which all of these would have been. So that being the case, you take some liberties, you change it up a little bit, but you tell an epic space honky-tonk story that takes place with bounty hunters or whatever. I would actually really enjoy something like that. Now, the key word that I mentioned when I was making my pitch is that if it's done well, which is what we'd all want, if it's done well, how likely is Hollywood to get any anime story on the planet? How likely are they to do it well? They can't even handle their own content. I mean, it's one of those things where honestly, I don't trust it. I don't believe it. As much as I would have loved it in the past, I don't believe it. Because it's not an anime exactly, but the biggest stinker of all, The Last Airbender.
Ooh.
Oh god!
Can y'all tell me that had some parts? That was good. That had some stuff.
Listen,
I'm not gonna sit
I'm still
here
waiting
and
for it to
defend
come on
that
Channel
movie.
11.
Here's the challenge, though. Here's the challenge. What would have made it better? What would have made it better? See, we can dissect it and say how bad it was, but really, like that, I personally, after having seen that movie, and while it was the worst version you could have come up with, I challenged myself to find a way to make it better. Like, what would have made it better if we made it a little longer?
They should have just never made it.
They should have never made it. They should have. Mom, thank you. They should have never made it because in the end, it was a perfect television series, and it's not something that necessarily lends itself to a live action release because it's such an in-depth story. You can't take liberties because it was done so well. The writing team went hard with that show. And I feel like even though they tried to compile all of book one into one movie, the entire season into one movie, even if they made that one movie longer, you cannot make that something that's going to be even on par with the original or even a good movie on its own. Because it's too fantastic.
Anything that's being adapted has to come from the source.